With Squim Fish Bros, and I was gonna talk about how we catch halibut on the Strait of Juan de Fuca from a kayak. Is I rig up a electric reel. Right here I have a Daiwa Leo Brits S500, and what I to it that is a SAE end, so just like that. And I drilled a hole right there, put a little grommet in it, threw some silicone on it, and now I just have this little simple little battery box, so I can plug these guys in. That's no problem. And then as for gear, I got my this option, squid, some extra stuff I can throw on, one for just good bait. This is my go-to, the first one I use. It's pretty good. Okay, I keep my these are 2-pound weights. I have one 3-pound weight. They fit perfectly in here. All right, now I have this is for casting in kelp. That's just some 15-pound leader. All right, so then I keep my sabikis in this little container here. This is a Plano. It's pretty good. It's waterproof, and you can stack them in here. Really nice. Okay, next up I have, these are some handy little guys I like to cast into the kelp while I'm out and about. And then I've got some spare leaders and those extra hooks that I can stick on there. So that's what I keep in my Hobie Outback's center bin. We'll start at the front. So this is a Hobie Outback that's been rigged up for halibut fishing on the Strait of Juan de Fuca. So first thing you might see up at the front here is we've got the hatch cover, and it's got 2 spreader bars and this bundle of mule tape. I use mule tape because I'm an electrician. I have tons of it laying around, but it's very strong and it's like a rope. So basically this thing is bundled in such a way that I can utilize my harpoon that's fastened onto the side here, and then I can dispatch a large halibut. And then the next thing that we got is my rod, and my rod is laying up here in such a way that is how I would, this is laid in a way where it's basically how I would have it if I was dispatching a fish. So I lay it in such a way where it can't fall off the side, and it's in this H-rail rod holder arm. And that works out really good because this is the side of the kayak that the battery is on. And so since the cord is coming from that side, it doesn't get tangled as easily. It's a nice way to lay the big heavy electric reel down when you're dispatching a fish. And then the other thing I like to do is I like to lay it so that my weight actually cradles in this slot right here. I installed foot steering with Jeff Little, and we came through and we put these Y adapters by Yak Attack on the H-rail. And then from there, we fastened the foot steering mechanism with some of his Spectra cord, and we went right through on this side, and we came right out the back. So the foot steering is great because then I can just focus on fishing. I don't have to take my hand off the rod, and I can just steer with my feet. Plus, it's a very strong motor, and you kind of need your leg muscles to be doing the steering, not your wrist muscles. So next on the kayak is this plug. And you might be wondering, where's your Mirage drive? Well, we don't use a Mirage drive. We're using the Torqeedo And with that, we need to plug this hole. What worked out really great is we've got this wire here in this bundle, and this is going to my finder. And this works out tremendous for us because we fasten the transducer right there, and it's able to stay in the water deep, and it doesn't get knocked back, swung back. I can also pop it up when it's time to get shallow, like really shallow. But the thing is this thing only sticks down like 1/8 of an inch, just barely. So in reality, you could just drag it right onto some sand. It'd probably be totally fine. All right, next up, this twine is how I fasten the herring to my hooks. So it's good to have. I keep it right here in that side pocket. The other side pocket has my transducer cord tucked away. It works for there. I keep my tethers clipped right onto the tether clip there. I believe that's what it's for. And everything gets tethered. I believe in tethering as much as possible, you know. Next up, but at the top in the mesh, I keep my license with some extra pens because you gotta always mark your fish when you catch it. So then next up, we've got the throttle control for the Torqeedo, and I have this on this side because I hold my rod with my left hand. So if I hold the rod with my left hand, I want to be able to control my speed. So hold the rod, control the speed with my right hand. Next to that, I have another H-rail adapter, and this guy is how I control my motor tilt function. And they're both on these H-rail mounts. This one here is one of these Yak Attack circle, just a simple eye, and then the Yak Attack mount fastens to that, and then this can come right off, just like that. So what I've done is I've built this Y-arm holder so the rod can rest across the kayak, and it's just on a simple Yak Attack setup with one of these oar holders on the end. And on the other end, we've got a similar situation, but this time I use the double to hold that guy down. And then we come into this tube holder, and in the tube holder you can see that it's got this way for it to hold it so that I can read it while I'm sitting in my seat. So that way, so if it's locked right there, you can see that it locks. Let's see, can we get that? Yeah, kind of dark, I suppose. Inside my bag here, I've got my finder battery, just some cheap battery, no problem. I've got an extra electric reel cord. I've got some caffeine, some quick and easy food, gotta have that. Some halibut juice, yeah. And what else do I got? Some gloves in case it gets cold. So that's just one of these Hobie seat bags. It's relatively waterproof, so that's just what I stick my finder battery in. Works pretty good. So behind my seat, I've got my Torqeedo battery, my electric reel battery. I keep this giant water container there. I also keep my Mirage drive and the transport wheels and this great flag, super tall. Then of course I've got my Torqeedo, just a total beast. I've installed foot steering on it. This is where the foot steering comes out, right there. Hey sweetie. Foot steering comes out right here, and yeah, I kind of missed this part, but so I use some sort of a synthetic with something I can squirt some sort of scent into. This one has a sponge, you can see. It's got a 9/0 hook with another hook that kind of comes off of it right at the bottom, and I'll tie a piece of herring onto this, and with this twine right here, and I'll just kind of wrap it on so that this hook is hanging off the tail of the herring. So this is what we're using, and then spreader bar with this guy coming off the long arm of it. And I'm gonna put this 2-pound weight on this short arm. So now you've got this thing going right here, okay? It's really pretty heavy to be reeling and jigging all day. So that's why I use the electric reel, especially if those, this one is a little bigger. This is a Tanacom Bull by Daiwa. And it's a 750, and this is a S500. And this guy just, it's perfect. It's not too big, got a lot of power, and I have no problem with it.